Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is, and I'm back with a end of the week vent session. And I would appreciate it if you would smash that like button, hit me with a subscription, no, hit me with a subscription and turn on those notifications because I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime, and with that said, let's get on with some vents. A lot of crazy stuff's been happening. And you've been hearing this guy's getting more aggressive and aggressive on the TV. And I don't know if it's because he's losing his mind. I don't know what's going on. But it seems to be getting all crazy. But we just need a little quick reminder. A little quick reminder that the Constitution was created to control the government and not the citizens. Because I just feel like some of these people are crossing some boundaries here because we let them cross a lot of boundaries already. We let them cross a lot of boundaries already and they're kind of like taking our freedoms. Like I said, like... We was all locked down, we got to, put our feet back in the, dip our feet in the waters of freedom. And now, like I said, I feel like I get a little worried when I hear them say it's not about your freedom or it's not about freedom, And then you see what's happening in other countries where they're getting real aggressive with things. And it's kind of creepy, it's kind of wild. Like, it's like feeling like Hunger Games type shit, man. Like, what's happening? What's happening? What's really happening? And then there's like media blackouts in other places so you can't see what's going down, where some other countries like Brazil and some other places are out there, looks like thousands and thousands of people out there like marching for freedom, and they're out there peacefully going for the freedom out there. But the media is like not showing those things. It's kind of wild, like I said, when it's kind of wild and creepy because you don't know what's happening because they're only giving you what they're allowed to letting you see. It's like you can only see this. But we're only going to show you just a little tad. You only get a little bit. And, they only get what you want. Like I said, it's like a sleight of hand. A magician is telling the story and moving all around and talking to this person and doing all these things while the magic is happening. While they take your wallet and your watch and everything, But like I said, I get a little nervous when they talk about our freedoms. And you see all these crazy things that like freak you out in the news all the time, or like not even on the news because the news is just a lot of bad stuff already. But like when you see all these alternate, news programs or these other people on the other news channels and things like that, and you come across some crazy things, like you see some people out there doing these videos trying to scare people, and like you see Walmart having like emergency meal packs, like 3-day emergency meal packs out there. And they're like starting to put them at stores, and you see people showing up saying shelves are getting empty in certain areas because of like supposed food shortages and things like that are going on. And like a lot of people aren't talking about those like on regular news. Is that really happening? I don't know if it's really happening, because I don't see that always like that much, happening over here. Or just maybe it's not over here yet. I don't know. Is it trickling? It's kind of weird and it's kind of creepy if that's what's happening. You see all those things. You see people putting all these videos of like, look what's happening. And they were showing like these like, emergency food supplies at the store. And I'm like, why do we need those? What's going on? It was like all these candles and like propanes. And they were all like right by the checkout, like all right there, like propane tanks, little mini ones and lanterns and like candles galore. It was like candles all over the place. And then emergency food supplies. So it was kind of strange. Like, what's really happening, man? Like, if that stuff is fake, they did a really good job. Because it's like in the whole store. Like, it was like more than one store. And like all the way through them stores. People are doing a crazy job. Because it's creeping me out. It's kind of creeping me out. And then like it's like, like... It's causing like more separation. Like that's all they're doing. It's like a segregation in like so many forms, not just with color anymore. Like it's like more than that. They're doing all these weird things that are causing all these separations from everybody. Like if you got a mask or not a mask, or if you're vaxxed or unvaxxed, if you're rich or poor, is it light or dark? Light meat or dark meat. You know what I'm saying? Is hot dog a sandwich? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it's like causing all these things that are causing boundaries between people and humans. And it's wild. It's just really creepy and interesting, man. And they're trying. In my opinion, I've said it before. I think it's all like, I think this is all like a big distraction to keep us from what's really going on. You see people, like I said, taking stands in other countries, or other people doing this and that. We can only listen to one doctors because it's your doctors. We can only listen to the doctors on TV that you tell us we got to listen to. You can't listen to your own family doctor if they're giving you a different opinion. And it's all weird. And it's weird what's happening. You know, it's causing all these weird separations. It's wildness. And they're keeping you from what's really going on. There's a lot of crappy shit going on. You see all that, some of that drone footage before they made it a no-fly zone over at the border by Texas. You know, they said it was like over 7,000 immigrants right there just stranded out there. And there was like a little child. There was like a little girl with a little like 3-month-old baby in a car seat with her. And they were just abandoned out there. And there was just like all these people, just like thousands of people out there stranded. And then they made it like when some people made some video of it, now they made it like a no-fly zone. So you can't even, fly over it to, see what's happening and things like that. But some footage already made it out, like as it always does. But all these things are happening and they didn't even try to talk about it. And they try to keep you from what's really happening. And if you try to ask any questions, they just like silence you and keep you out. Just like they did with Nicki Minaj. She spoke out about the vaccine things and other things like that. And she got silenced for it. Just because of her speaking about the experiences that she went through with it, through her family and personal people that were close to her. And, some people go out there and start saying things and they just want you to be quiet about it. And look how they jumped on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said, he did some medicines and things like that. And they tried to say they use animal medicines. And I was like, they just like the news was like trying to scare you from it. And they were like, if you do this, your dick will fall off. You better just do this because, you'll grow titties, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be hairy and like with other little baby arms. Unless you do this one. So they were just like switching, scaring everybody to like just be on their side only. Like you can only just go this way and not this way. They're just jumping on people in the media. It's kind of weird. Like you just can't say things or you get shut, you get silenced. And it's kind of iffy topic now. Like, am I crossing the line? Are they going to give me a strike because of what I'm talking about? I've gotten an episode removed previously, but I won the appeal and they, put the episode back up. And, just because I had to sit there and fight for it, but it took me like a whole day to get it out of there, but I got it back up, thankfully, and so you got to speak up. And so I think, it's just crazy that you're not allowed to. And you do have supposedly, we're supposed to have a freedom of speech and freedom of all kinds of things, but it seems like they're starting to take that stuff away. Just because they're trying to hide what's really happening. They're like, oh, things are going great. It's like, not last time I checked. There's still a homeless problem. Crime's getting worse. Like social order. Like, what is social order? Exactly, that's a good question because we ain't got it no more. What's going on here? It's crazy, man. Food prices are going up. And nobody, it's all kinds of things are happening. Gas prices are going up. Food prices are going up. Everything's just going bananas right now in a spiral. And all those weapons that was left behind. They want to take guns from us over here, but they left all those over here. Like, you guys could have these, and the ones we take from over here, we'll give you those too. Or the people that caused all the fights over there and started all the war and killed some soldiers, they go send aid, like money. Is that really true? I need to know if that's true, humans. Did they really send funding over there? Because that's kind of messed up. We're going to go, oh, great job. You guys are bad guys, but here's a bunch of billions. That one dude left a bunch of millions of dollars in the runway. There's probably some happy people out there, like, if they got to keep it before the other dudes came, like, nope, that's our money. They were like, okay, it's your money. Can I live? They were like, no. I'm like, well, I'm going to try to keep it. So it's going to be crazy going on. There's a lot of banana shit going on. So like I said, they don't want you to really, they're trying to keep everything. And it's like limited. It's like restricted news outlets. Like they can only give you a little bit of things. But if you try to find there's a lot of popular channels out there on out on the internet. And some of them are, real journalists out there and they're, they go for real networks and They happen to be on just other websites where they can speak freely for now, because it seems like just everybody's coming after everybody trying to talk, and try to warn people of things that are happening. The dangers of what's inside of these things that they want to put in their bodies. And there's all these things that, are they true? Are they not? Is it only not true because it's not their doctors? That's the real question. Like, how come these doctors that have been doctors for so long that are saying, some things that might be, against, your beliefs on what your doctors are saying on this side, just automatically becomes discredited and unbelieved? If that is I unbelieved, I don't even know if I just made a word right there, but sorry, humans. But is that that's just a strange thing? Like, why is it like that? Why can't these doctors be right? These ones have to be discredited and wrong and crazy and have a shady background all of a sudden. But these guys are the only ones that are right. And you got to listen to Bill Gates. I still don't understand that one. Like, why we got to listen to this dude? There's like all kinds of footage of this guy talking about things that are happening right now and that we're going through, like in like years ago, like saying we ain't ready for it, so it's going to happen, and then there's this other part where he's talking about, keeping people healthy is bad for the population. Yeah, but technology's rising and we're supposed to be leaving the planet, like Elon Musk said, because shit is going crazy on Earth. We don't just got to worry about, cutting it, speeding up the process. There's no reason to speed up the process. But he was talking about keeping us healthy is a problem. And we all want to be healthy. And it's crazy. And we shouldn't have to listen to that dude because he's kind of creepy too. That's another guy that's kind of creepy. Messing with your freedoms. That's some creepy stuff. I don't know. Gives me the goosebumps. Because the stuff's like really happening. Like you think you just hear it in a story or a video and it's like, oh man, it's just some bullshit. Great editing, man. But no, it's really happening. Stuff's going on. Stuff's going pretty crazy. There was footage I seen people getting like their kids taken from them, from like, I think it was like Australia. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? I mean, it's bananas. You see all kinds of crazy things that are happening. Oh man, like I said, just like it, just do your own research. It's still, listen to doctors, your doctors. Try to stay healthy. Take your vitamins, exercise, get some fresh air, and that's the best thing you can do, man. Is one person told me one time, and they're an older individual, and they kind of inspire me a lot. They make me feel like I'm slacking sometimes. This person, every time I get to see him here and there, and they're in their 70s, and this person still does like marathons and like triathlons, and they're in their 70s, and talking to this gentleman, and he says to me, yeah, just recently, he tells me, I can give you one of the cheapest and most affordable pieces, the vitamin there is. The most affordable vitamin and cheapest vitamin there is. And he's talking about some advice. He's not really talking about like a real, sorry about that. He's not talking about like a real vitamin. You know what I mean? But he's saying like more like an advice. So he says, it's exercise, and he's like in tremendous shape. Like I said, he's in his 70s, still doing triathlons and marathons and all those things like that. Whatever those things are called, he's doing them still and like doing really well in them. And so I always like go home and like feel like I just got to go and like hit the gym and like do my own boot camp, even afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get home, I'm like, man, you ain't doing nothing right now. You're lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like it like motivates me and inspires me, and I just think it's wild, I just think it's cool to just take care of yourself, man. You should always do it, in some way or another. You got to do it. Like I said, sometimes it's hard to. The hardest thing is for somebody that does a lot of things for everybody else is to put time aside for themselves. And that's where like a family member could help, or someone close to that person, whoever's in their life, can be like, hey, relax, here's a massage, go to the spa right here. I got this tonight, and try to help this person, because some people always are givers and they just never ask for anything in return. Some people just go and go and go and go and never ask nothing in return, so you got to get people to relax in return, because the news ain't telling you that stuff. And that's another thing that's creepy, man. You should be telling us to get healthy instead of telling us to hide from everybody. Like everybody's just scaring everybody. Like, wow, what? You know what creeps me out is like when you see some of them videos where it's like just women. It happens to a lot more women than men, and it will be some creepy ass dude, some asshole dude, like some big giant guy, going after this lady and stuff because of something. Maybe she's not wearing a mask or whatever. In these videos, like maybe y'all need to chill. You guys need to calm down. There's a lot of crazier things happening. So, anyways, as I want to get to this, when I tell you this is all a distraction, all these crazy things, like the UFOs are starting to come out now. Now they're starting to say, like, they said, like, oh, it's crazy how they said, like, we're going to release some more footage and documents, and it's still a blurry ass video. I get so mad about that. I always rant about that blurry video shit. Our technology is so crazy. I was watching this guy do like a 3D, image of himself, and he said you can put it anywhere. The thing looked like Jeff Goldblum's fly teleporter pods. And my man stands in front of this little camera, and the fly pod over there looks like he's really there, like 3D HD. Like the only thing you couldn't do is probably high five him, and it was all creepy. And I know our technology is amazing. They're talking about all these new telescopes and all these badass telescopes we got. And they only show this crap, and then you hear these government guys that go and leak shit. They're like, oh yeah, we got way crazier footage. You guys couldn't even handle it. You couldn't even handle it. You seen what the hell, man, we watch people doing the crate challenge. What you mean we can't handle it? We watching people doing the crate challenge or the milk crate challenge or whatever that shit is. Breaking their necks and injuring themselves on some crazy ass, like I said, the carnies could have ended all this by them doing it. And only like a handful of people did it. And the carnies probably didn't want to do it. That's how you know it's a bad one. If they wouldn't even try it. They shouldn't even have tried it. And now they got the lick challenge, which TikTok got a little heat for. It was kind of like I thought it was like inciting crime or something like that because it was like promoting people to go and steal shit. They were like, the lick challenge or whatever it's called. Hit the lick challenge. I don't know what it's called. Something like that. When I first heard about it, I'm like, what is this? Some nasty shit? And they were like, well, it's kind of like criminal shit. So like people were going stealing stuff like hand sanitizers and soap dispensers, urinals. They were like, see somebody running with a urinal that people don't piss all over. That'd be crazy as hell, man. Like, or we're supposed to keep ourselves clean and always washing our hands, and then go steal the soap and soap dispensers and stuff like that and sanitizers. Just to be on this video and get all these views. But I guess they got, now they get busting down on it a little bit, which is good, man, because it was kind of making people criminals. It was giving people records. Jeez, some of these challenges are just kind of wild. I still can't get over the one where I guess supposedly someone ate a soap thing. One of them soap pod things. I guess, and they say rumor has it was only like one person. It wasn't like a whole bunch of people. But I'm not sure. You never know with them stories. Those could be distractions as well. But yeah, this lick challenge thing was crazy, man. It was just making people go steal. Now you got to be a thief. Be a thief on the internet. It kind of reminds me of that stupid-ass movie, and now that I say it's stupid, it's coming to fruition. Not only Idiocracy, for one. Idiocracy is happening. This other one that, I think it was called, like, Nerve. Movie wasn't really that good, but it was about people, like, kind of like right now, like, what they do to get on social media. And this game is, like, making you just do the most extreme to be on, get off viral, and then you, like, make money. So now that's the new thing. It's, like, going viral. There's people that are like have made a living going viral that probably are more successful than somebody like just starting out in an athletic career or someone starting out in an acting career that's trying to become an A-list actor and all these things like that, or someone becoming a doctor, and this person just did this crazy wild ass thing on a video, and they're just like clocking dough. It was clocking dollars. So then they make it they go start doing all these crazy things just for the dollars. Get those clicks. It's bananas. Like the stuff the guys Jackass did, like people are doing things, crazy like that to get the clicks and go viral. Or they're even simple, stupid things. and you go viral. Like those chain dances and all those things like that where everybody, does the same zombie dance things. It's wild. Like my man got a flat tire, rode a skateboard to a song that was already made, a song that was already like 20 years old, over 20 years old. And he's over here drinking some fucking cranberry juice, and my man got famous. Like everybody was like, that was cool. Nobody knew he was going to work. My man was just skating on the skateboard. Everybody was just like, that was the shit, And now nobody talk about him no more, because he ain't doing that no more. Now he's got good tires. The viral scene is done. Now you got good tires. Be happy for your tires. Hopefully they got some good tread on them still. And maybe you'll get a new viral video. You know which ones crack me up is those dudes that got like a bunch of jewels on them and shit like that, but some of them jewels look fake as hell. And then they're sitting here like, oh, you don't know it's real? And they get the tester and shit like that. And they're like, look at it go off on a tester. Look, I got a tester. They're over here. The people crack me up, man. The people crack me up. Like this dude, man, for instance. Okay. This dude here, like I said, speaking about going viral, I guess he was already popular. He was already a popular rap artist from Mexico. From Mexico. Órale, Mexico. Viva Mexico. No. So he's from Mexico, and he's a rapper, and he decided to, how some people get grills. Some people do all that kind of stuff, rock ice, all kinds of diamonds everywhere, chains galore. Right now, it looks like everybody's trying to like top Mr. T now, but they're all like using a lot of diamonds. Mr. T wore like just straight up like looked like 100 pounds of gold. I don't know really what it was, but I mean his shit was like just a pile of gold on his neck. It's almost like that one place, I don't remember where it is, that one area in the world where they put those things around their neck to stretch them out. Like Mr. T was like borderline doing that with just jewelry. But this dude's actually wearing one of those things that look like that it stretches your neck out. And not only that, this guy took it to another level. You thought that little Uzi dude was crazy. He put a fucking jewel right in the middle of his head, and somebody stole it already with his dumb ass. He put a jewel in his head, and somebody stole it. Like he went crowd surfing. They were like, shit, that's $20, $20 million, kapow. You know what I'm saying? And they'll probably give somebody for $5 million, and your dumb ass got your jewel stolen because you're trying to be cool. I hope you paid for that shit. They say he did. I don't know if he really did. I don't think his music's that good. So I don't know if he's really worth that much money, but that's crazy. Like, all these guys look like they're making all kinds of crazy money. And so this dude here is a popular rapper from Mexico. And he decided to take it to another level. Like I said, went past the grill and got, I guess, gold chain hooks surgically installed in his head. And hangs gold chains in his hair instead of hair. So he looks like he has no hair. And there's nothing but all these, gold chains and diamond chains and all these like necklaces are his hair now. That's craziness. And so I know he's a popular rapper, but I went and looked at some of his music and listened to some of the music, and it's really shitty. And I love me some hip hop, and that was some shitty shit. So how's he got all this money, man, to put all these gold chains in there? One picture don't even look like real gold chains. It looks like he's just hanging brass. He looks like he's hanging brass, but it could be real jewelry. It could be real gold. It could be like rose gold. People decided to just like change all these golds. All I know is the miner didn't pull rose gold out the ground. It was gold. But man, gold chains for hair. Imagine your kid coming to you, you want to let your young child express themselves, be who they are. Like you got to want them to be who they're going to be, whether your child becomes like a sport person, a goth person, a artsy person, whatever they become, like whatever they're into, whatever their scene is. But what about the day when your kid comes into you and he's like, I want some plastic surgery. And they're like, what do you mean, titties? You know, that's the first thing you go to when your kid comes out to you and like, I want some plastic surgery. But like, no, man, no titties. I want some gold chain hooks installed in my skull, and I want to hang some, some Figaro chain links and some Cuban link chains for my hair, like some dreadlocks, but it's going to be chains. Or like if my hair was long. And your parents are going to be like, I don't know, because every parent might be different. If your parents got it like that and they're super looted, they'd be like, your parents like DJ Khaled and he's all this super positive all the time. Like, that's terrific. That's a terrific idea. You could be great. It'll be another one. And we're going to do it. We the best. And he would like totally tell you could do it. But if he was like an average parent, maybe you wouldn't be able to, even if you could afford it, if he was like a person that had a lot of money, but you were still an average parent, not a famous person, like DJ Khaled, you'd probably say, no, we ain't paying for that. And then your kid might rebel, and find a way to get his trust fund that you put aside and maybe go do it anyway, or raise the money on his own. Try to go viral on some other shit to raise the money. Like, I want y'all to help me get this money. Go to my Fund Me page or go to his whatever page and, fund me to get my links. I want to put the links in my head so he can be like this dude. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I think it's kind of crazy. To me, that's kind of crazy. What if you went to like a really bad neighborhood or you just around some shady people in the crowd or somewhere at a concert, and people just got too close? Or what if your own crew, like your own entourage, decided like, if you really was a gang member and had gang ties and like, you know what, I don't like you being on top no more. And decided to fuck you up and just like yank your hairs out. Or you wanted to fight somebody at the club and you think you can still fight, but you forgot like, oh, I got probably like 30 grand up on my head full of jewelry. Or whatever's real and fake on there. Some of that shit looks kind of bougie and fake. Some costume shit. I'm sure some of it is real, but damn, come on. He can't be selling that much music with his... The music ain't that good. Like I said, the music is shitty. I ain't gonna lie, the music was kind of shitty. But I'm just saying, like, what if you're in the wrong show at the wrong time and like, crowd surf, or if you're dumbass would crowd surf, your hair's getting pulled, yo. Your head's getting pulled, something crazy if you ever got in a fight, fisticuff, or like I said, one of your own entourage, like, man, fuck this dude. He ain't paying me enough. And just yanked one of his chains out one day and said he quit and just grabbed a handful and tried to just yank him out. Yeah, you got like the surgical, you got like pinhead hooks in your head, even though his was pins, but yours are like in there with hooks. And that's just going to pull some skin, rip some shit, bleed some shit. It can't be good, man. You better just have some real loyal people around that ass, because if you're making money like this and all that stuff is real on your head, you better be paying them good. Otherwise, you're in danger. You're in some serious danger. They'll take your teeth. You're in some serious danger. Because ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe if you got some bling. I saw recently an individual was getting arrested. A police officer was arresting this man on the street, had his knee on his back, not his neck. He had his knee on his back, handcuffed. My man was looking around, just looking around because he knew he was under arrest. It was nothing, he wasn't, nothing irregular. Looked like a regular arrest. And he didn't look like hurt or nothing. But there was this woman went up to him and tried to take his chain off him while the cop was like literally arresting him on him, checking around for his backup and everything. And this woman is trying to take his chain off his neck while he's being arrested. Like, you ain't that safe, especially if you're going to have chain. They're going to be hanging from your hair. Somebody come from behind you. They're hanging in front of your face. You can't see shit. You can't see shit. Somebody's going to run up to you and just like bop your ass and you're going to see nothing. That's all in front of your face. You can't see nothing. You better not drive. You're going to get in an accident with your dumb ass. But he was getting arrested, and it was a woman trying to steal his chain, and the cop looked back at her, and she stood up and walked away. My man yelled at her, like, get away from me. Back up off me, with more explicit language. And so this other gentleman come up and he just tried to take the chain and again yelled at him again. And the cop topped him and stopped him or whatever. And, the cop was looking around still all weird, acting like he didn't see it. And it was like two people, trying to take his chain. So, like, nobody's safe when you got that kind of bling, is all I'm saying. I don't think anybody's safe. I would be careful if I was him. He's got that long ass thing on his neck, like stretching his neck out, It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But like I said, man, you ain't safe. You ain't safe. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you would hit that like button, smash that subscription, and turn on those notifications, because I'm here twice a week. And my name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans! See ya!